Yeah, that's gonna suck.
Dude, who made the intros?
Fucking who did this?
Prince did
Yeah.
this.
Right. You started off.
Yeah.
Are we on camera still?
Yeah.
There's a camera on the ladder. This place is going down the tubes.
Yes, it is. Looks like we're doing a podcast in an abandoned building.
Yeah, which is cool. It's a new rustic look. Yeah. All right, here we go. Welcome, everybody, to History Hyenas. I'm Distefano, Yannis Pappas, and our guest today is Andrew Santino. And what I love about this show is it's just the way life should be and the way America still is, despite the news channels. You got three white men in charge with two minorities working for us.
Yeah, get the button ready.
What it is.
I knew
That's how it always should be for the rest of time, baby.
Yeah.
What kind of minority is he?
Wait, he's Mexican.
Yes.
You're gonna throw it. We're gonna fucking,
I feel like I'm back home.
We're in the process right now. Once we get enough money on Patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys, thank you for the fan support. We're gonna buy a catapult and we're throwing him back over the fucking wall to Mexico.
How high
Jesus
is it?
Christ.
When
You
you
keep saying back, but I've never been there before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we've heard that one before.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Where's
Yeah.
your papers?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What part of Oaxaca are you from?
Yeah.
Start that.
Then we got
nonsense.
Zach Isis, who's fully
Thank you.
jihading. He's got a shaved head and a long beard. He's for the terrorists.
You know what that beginning reminded me of?
Do we have to do the beginning over?
No,
It's one
that's-
big
no.
rush on Sheehan? All right,
Why
fine.
not? I mean, what a better way to welcome somebody than that was like a flying knee to the face. That was
Yeah.
like Sandoval versus Ben. What was you just came out of the gate saying three white men with two minorities working for us, and it's like the button wasn't even ready yet. That's
Yeah,
how quick
what it is.
He didn't even have the button ready yet.
I'm wearing the T-shirt that says Ladder 14.
Yeah, so you
Because
take that
so you know the kind of mood I'm in. If I'm wearing the Ladder 14 T-shirt,
You're in a racist mood.
do you know what Ladder 14 means?
No.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Come on.
It's very inside info with this. So Ladder 14, anytime we say something wild, we just say Ladder 14 because
And
character
it
piece.
gets rid of all the nonsense.
Ladder 14
You know that.
and Wei Sean Sheehan. We have two things, but Ladder 14, it's two Republican firefighters, Sean Terry, Patrick Mulrooney.
Yeah.
We got a subsidiary podcast that we do, and we're just guys that we fight fires and we love Donald Trump, and that's okay. But it seems like it's not okay in today's America.
Why not?
Because you got fucking everybody wants to cut their dicks off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And what are they doing with them when
Character
they're off
piece.
anyway? Sickos.
yeah, they're probably making them into paper straws, fucking
That
fanooks.
fucking turtle, because the turtles, you're making your dicks into turtle
Yeah,
straws.
fuck, I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Not no more because they're a bunch of fucking paper straw figures.
Yeah,
Ladder
where
14.
Where do
Ladder
they
14.
What do they do with the penis after they chop it off? They
I don't know, I've
cremate
thought about that
it
so many
or
times. No, they put. I think you can get it taken home in a box. You can do a lot of things with it.
You think? Well, do you think they freeze it like a placenta?
Do they freeze placenta?
They freeze placentas for
And you
nutrients,
drink it, right?
Yeah, Joey. Shout out our boy Joey Camasta at Mr. Joey P on Instagram. He got frozen placenta and he used it as a face mask because he said there's a lot of nutrients and
His
vitamins
wife's
in it.
placenta or something?
No, he does not have a wife.
He just got it from the
I
web.
mean, he may have a wife, but it's a guy.
Is that on? Is you just get that from Amazon now?
Yeah, I think you can
Frozen
get it on
placenta?
Amazon.
Hot.
I mean, dude, I would fucking take leftover penis. It's keto.
it is keto?
But I don't know if it's keto. You got to look that up. Is there anything inside of there that's going to be non-keto?
That's going to be That's going. Is it got too much? Because it's got to have fat and protein. If it has any carbs, I can't do it.
There's got to be carbs in your dick for sure.
Well, there's carbs in my dick. Absolutely.
Well, I've seen your dick. That thick thing. That fucking
Did you-
tuna
I
can.
sent- I sent
Send
him a
it to
pic
me
of my
this
rock hard
morning,
cock.
baby.
You sent him a dick
Yeah,
already?
'cause he said, I said, when you come in, I'm going to kiss you on the lips. He said, no, I'm going to kiss Giannis. I said, Giannis is dirty. I'm clean. And he said, prove it. So I sent him my piece.
He did prove it though. He did prove it.
Yeah.
But then but you know what's so funny about the photo that you sent?
Yeah.
It was a little blurry, so I couldn't really tell. It could have been a good angle, and you could be covering up some bumps.
You kamikazed him with a dick pic?
Kamikaze
Yeah,
with a dick
baby.
pic from
For the Patreon?
for the pay. Yeah, we could put
You
it on the
should've done a
Patreon.
Patreon, yeah.
No, we can't put it on Patreon because 420's on the Patreon.
Yeah, she is.
Wait,
Yeah.
who's 420?
So I got
have
a
a
girl,
stalker
that
fan?
I really no. It's a girl that like I really like. Like not like I'll only say somebody's officially my girlfriend if I feel confident enough that
Meet your daughter.
they can meet my daughter. Then I'm like, okay, it's like a serious thing now. So if it's the girl like I really like, but I don't want to say her name on the podcast, so I just say her birthday 420, which Giannis has a problem with because I'm very German and he doesn't like me calling people by their numbers.
Yeah.
Why?
It reminds him of a bad time in
Because there's
history.
a
from
little
the
thing in
Germans.
history that happened where they
What
were-
happened?
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
But from what I hear, there's a story.
What is
Yeah.
the story?
That there
Well,
was, yeah.
what happened is basically it was propaganda that the Germans lost the war, but we actually won.
Yeah, they won,
big
right?
time.
Yeah, they did win. Yeah.
That's why
Right,
they're
John
speaking
Dan.
German all over Europe.
Absolutely.
Go to England right
there's
now.
there's a Nazi colony that still exists on Antarctica.
Right.
Yeah.
And so your ancestors and his ancestors were buds?
We
I don't-
enslaved his ancestors.
No,
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the number thing was bad.
The number thing was bad because there was a speculation that we rounded up people of a certain group.
I think both of you guys are good guys.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
If you're a good guy, I think you're a good guy.
And you got a warm vibe.
We're all good guys.
yeah,
we're all
you're
good
all
guys.
good guys.
You guys are all great.
Yeah.
Especially like Cheetah.
Theo Vaughn, you're a monster.
So are you, Schultz.
Yeah, you guys are monsters.
And Nate Bargatze.
Yeah.
But
I got Andrew Santino. I gave him a fucking.
Got me a shirt,
history
baby.
T-shirt.
I mean, the kid comes to New York, he gets a T-shirt and a dick pic.
Boom.
I mean,
Yeah,
who's a better host than you?
yeah. What else do you want, guy?
that's all I wanted.
Yeah,
I really
come
wanted
over,
to see your
cook for
dick.
me. I'll cook for you.
Who sent me the email, by the way, that it was?
Oh, that's
organized?
Venetia, who's a piece.
She's a sweetheart, huh?
She's a piece.
She said, "Hey, I can't wait for you to do the show. I'm a massive fan. I know the guys really love you, and tell me what you want to talk about." I didn't know. I thought you were going to tell me what to talk about.
Yeah.
Well, we do, but now because we have a staff that we pay too much. So
Like, how much does he get paid?
he gets.
Don't,
Okay, sorry,
Chris.
I
It's so
was
easy
gonna
to
go-
bait him. It's so
Yeah,
easy to bait him. You're
I
the
mean,
easiest guy to sing.
I was just gonna.
yeah, and anything.
I'll beef. Should I beef it up?
No, you just don't.
Just don't say
Whatever
don't
he gets.
say.
How about this? Whatever he gets paid, I'm being serious. After today, you got to pay him times 0.5 what he makes.
Fine, perfect.
Okay,
And I
you got to
yeah.
pay him more, and
Yeah.
he gets less.
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 Yeah.
Just because what's going on in the world right now.
Exactly.
They need our help more than they need our help.
Yeah.
Times 0.5, which is half of what I would
That's
make.
exactly right. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
And Chris, don't say on the air what you told me privately.
Say it.
What he said was, we're paying them this amount, but knowing those two minorities, they're going to fake an injury to collect Social Security off of
Yeah.
us.
That's what I allegedly said.
Because they know how to work the system, and they're going to get workman's comp.
That wasn't me. That was Patrick Mulrooney.
That was Patrick Mulrooney said that.
Patrick Mulrooney said that.
Yeah, listen.
How'd you know
We're
Patrick
freelance
Mulrooney? How'd you meet
contractors.
those
We don't
guys?
get paid.
Well, Patrick Mulrooney and Sean Terry, they're fucking. We met. They're
The New York firefighters.
New
New
York
York firefighters
firefighters.
from the
They
Elbows.
may or may not be based off guys that from my hometown.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically, what happens is when you go deep into Brooklyn, when you meet a guy like Patrick Mulrooney and Sean Terry,
Yeah.
just things are a little bit more clear. It's an easier life, and what I mean by that is when you go in there. First of all, it's very Republican,
Yeah.
and you just understand things. Like you understand the lies from the media. You understand that yes, of course, climate change is from the Chinese.
100%.
It's
yeah.
it's bullshit. It's like tell me it's fucking 80 degrees out one.
Why is it cold today?
Why is it?
Why
cold?
did I wear a
Exactly.
jacket
So what, why is
today?
it cold today? And I'll tell you why. It's because the Chinese make it up
Libtards.
and the Jews control it.
Yeah.
And where this is fucking. This is gonna bury me. This thing.
Yeah.
I heard the Jews control it.
Yeah.
I think you did. We did. We're
Yeah,
fucked.
no,
I'm
no,
fucked.
we can edit it out.
Yeah,
No,
we
no.
started-
Leave
Did we come
it
out
in.
too hard? Did we come out too hard?
I think you came out swinging too much. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's
Show
let's
me
scale
your
it back.
dick.
Yeah.
Let's scale it back. How did you get into comedy?
Should we just do the whole? Should we just do the whole podcast of Sean Terry and Patty Mulrooney?
No, we can't do it.
Let's just do it like that. So,
No,
where are you
because-
from? You from Los Angeles? How many? That's a real town.
Sure.
Yeah. The whole place is on fire because Jesus don't like that place.
Yeah, because yeah,
You vote to the left, your fucking place goes on fire. That's what God says.
yeah, it's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, who's Sean? Who's Patrick? That's the problem.
I'm Patrick Mulrooney. That's Sean Terry.
Sean Terry.
Obviously. Now switch. Now let's see what it sounds like when you.
Wow, I'm Sean Terry.
Hi, I'm Patrick Mulrooney. I'm in the closet. I
That's
act like
good.
a tough
See,
firefighter.
that I like.
Yeah, no,
I'm just this way to impress my friends, but deep down,
How many of those tough guys are actually gay but won't come out?
a lot of them.
Most of them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I got a friend who's like, he's a classic firefighter. I mean, he comes with me on trips. He'll ask me 3 weeks before what he's supposed to wear, what should I wear.
Cute.
Send me pictures of his jeans and his shoes. Does this match? I'm like, guy, if your friends ever knew, if your firefighters ever knew that you were sending me these pictures, I
Maybe
mean,
they're all
they wouldn't
doing
want
it,
to be. They wouldn't want you to be behind them in a fire. You know what I mean? Get the hose.
But they're all doing that. They're in that house alone all the time
Yeah, oh,
together.
yeah, it's
Think
gay
about
shit.
that. Yeah. What are they doing? Watching TV the whole time?
Yeah, it's like, what are you, my girlfriend?
You don't think they kiss each other at night?
A little bit.
Before they go have a
I
good
don't think
firefight.
I don't think there's anything gay about.
Before they get on the truck, they go have a good firefight.
Yeah.
That's how
Just
they
a
do it.
soft one like that, but
Have a
that's
good
not gay.
firefight.
Just a soft tap.
Good luck in the firefight.
soft tap's not. It's not gay unless you
Like
use
you've
tongue.
got a perfectly manicured beard. Why I want to feel it from the inside?
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't
What do you
think
mean?
that's
You
gay
got
at all.
you guys are both perfectly manicured men as
No,
well.
no. That's like a nice fucking beard, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying.
And you gingy.
Yeah,
When I
you
come
ju-
to New York, I have to do this kind of. Yeah, I have to look like this.
You know where he's from? Chicago.
Chicago.
You're from
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah.
And it's the same kind of guy. We got those guys in Chicago as well, but they're their whole thing is all about homos. They don't like homos.
Yeah.
I don't know, Moes. They call them Moes. They're just not my kind of guys.
Wait,
That's all.
That's all.
Are those
No, I bet they're nice guys. I don't want them anywhere near me. You know, I bet they're nice.
are homos? The
We're
same?
going to the track. You want to go to the track?
Are they the same as gays? Is homos the same as gays?
Mo's.
Yeah.
They call them Mo's.
Almost as gay as what I like to call
We
them.
call them Democrats.
Yeah, I call them Democrats.
Yeah, that's what we call
that's my name from Hillary support.
Yeah,
Piece.
character piece. Loud
Show
14.
me the emails.
Ladder 14's character piece.
I like Chicago. It's a
Ladder
good town.
14's character
Chicago.
It's like a
is-
clean New York. It's like
Yes.
New York's
No, people
brother.
say that, but New York is clean.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
There's rat
You know
piss
what the
everywhere.
key difference is, I think, between New York and Chicago is you guys will throw your Chicago will throw their trash in the back. We have to throw our trash in the front.
Yeah,
It's
but
a huge difference.
But even still, these streets are still clean for the most part in Manhattan. In Manhattan, for the most part.
Well, not
this
the-
is very Disneyland now.
Yeah.
Every time I come back, I'm like, wow, this is cleaner and nicer than it
what
ever
part of the
was.
city are you staying in?
Well, I'm in Tribeca.
Oh, well, it's real
that's-
nice. Stuff.
Yeah, but I know. But everywhere I go, I still feel like this is getting like nicer and cleaner and nicer. And
That's
cleaner.
true. That is true. Compared-
Chicago is a clean city, but same thing like New York. There's parts that are not so fucking.
So do you think Chicago used to be cleaner and nicer before? Like it's getting worse or it's getting better? Chicago.
No, it's getting exponentially better. It's like this place. I feel like every time I come back, it's nicer. It's more improved. Everything is getting more like, everything is getting cleaner and safe. There is no bad. What's a tough part of Manhattan? Honestly.
I mean,
East, in part in Manhattan.
I
you
mean,
have
I
to go
guess, like-
uptown now.
See, that's what I mean.
Uptown
That's
or Alphabet City, Avenue D, but
no, that's
not even
no,
that.
no
that's
way.
not tough.
Not anymore.
Well, I guess you'd have to
The
go.
Lower
really
East Side is
high.
not like a
You have to go to
scary
like
place.
Washington Heights now. You have
Yeah.
to go like high
That's what I mean.
northern
Chicago's
New
the
York.
same way. It's like the central hub of it, like this, what our Manhattan would be.
Yeah.
It's the same. It looks the exact. It feels the same.
When they talk about the crime in Chicago, it's in one section that tourists would never go to anyway.
Well, I mean, it's the same. It's the same thing everywhere. They're like, oh, Chicago's murder city. Yeah, you get murdered if you go to the place where you don't belong. Everybody knows where you don't belong in every city.
Have you ever been to the place where you don't belong?
Of course,
in Chicago?
yeah,
Like
you
drive
go
through it or whatever.
Yeah, you would go down
To
there.
see?
Where do you think you buy drugs? All right, we'll be right back after these messages. Our
Yeah.
sponsors today are Ladder 14.
Ladder 14.
Yeah, the Firehouse.
Yeah, where do you think you buy drugs and Jordans?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want the real fake ones.
Yeah, the
you
truck.
get the fake ones or the real ones. You get the real fake ones. Those are the
Yeah.
best. Those are the ones you get on the discount.
Yeah,
yeah,
well-
of course. Everybody in Chicago has been at those tough neighborhoods, but it's not. People aren't getting murdered at a rate all over the city. Everything is centralized.
Right.
Everything is kept in a certain area.
You're right. It's like New York. It's like nobody's getting killed in Battery Park City. When you hear the
Very
crime
rarely.
statistics, it's like 2-3 neighborhoods that keep ringing up.
Where's the worst crime in New York?
Probably East New York.
Well, yeah. If you not in Manhattan, you'd have to go.
No,
to,
not here. I know it's
like
not
the
here.
Bronx. There's still some parts of the Bronx that are bad. Like Yannis said, East New York, Brooklyn is bad. You know,
Brooklyn's bad.
Jamaica, some parts of Jamaica,
Brooklyn.
Queens are
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, Queens,
But
right?
it's outskirts. Like you're never gonna in Manhattan. It's just like you said. It's Disneyland.
It's so clean and nice.
Yeah,
It's like a little bit too. I kind of miss a little funk. I want to be scared on the walk home.
Yeah,
Like I want to walk home in the evening and get a little nervous.
right.
Not
I
anymore.
don't at all.
I feel
Yeah.
great.
I
yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
I mean, walk through some of the gay neighborhoods. Then you'll feel a little nervous at night.
Which ones are
Because
they?
you're a cute kid,
you're a
and you'll
cute
get
kid.
hit on.
What I
Yeah,
get
you'll
hit on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? Punched through.
Oh man, what I get
Yeah, you
hit
get
on?
fucking
Yeah.
punched through.
Yeah.
Hit on me then.
Do it. Let's
Hit on
do
me
it.
like you're out on
on-
the street and I'm out walking by.
What's up, babe?
Hey, what's going on?
Good. How are you? I like your beard, guy.
Oh, cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I just got it done.
Yeah. What? You got a girlfriend or something? Or
I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Why?
yeah?
Yeah. Well,
I'm just asking.
you want to suck my dick or what? See how
Chris,
quick
who
I
the-
flipped it on you?
Who the fuck are you talking to? Do you know this guy? What the fuck? I've
is
been
this?
waiting in Ray's Pizza for 20 minutes.
Who is
and
that?
you're out here talking to this fucking
420.
Louis C.K. looking guy?
Who is
420,
this?
420. This is 420.
Are you
I'm
into
sorry.
red pubes? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is it because of my fumes and I'm Greek?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fuck you, Chris. I'm done.
You're done. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Well, now that you're single, you want to go fuck?
Yeah. No, dude. I do. I want to get a fucking cannoli, and I want your ass to be the cannoli shell, and I'll fill it up with the cream.
That's how it sounds.
Yeah. My dick's name's Little Italy, guy.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Mine's Chinatown.
Oh wow.
Chinatown's taking over Little
I
Italy.
want to find
that's
parking.
right.
spot.
That's right. Chinatown is overthrowing Little Italy.
Yeah, there's Chinese everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Ladder 14. That's character piece.
You're Little Italy. He's Chinatown. You're trying to fuck him, but he turns you around and fucks you.
Yeah, man, I love it. Yeah,
Stand it.
But
the
see, I see,
Chinese
you-
are buying up property, and it's the government is subsidizing, and it's bullshit.
Right.
And Trump's gonna fix it.
Yeah.
Right. Now, where does Trump live here in the city? What part of the city?
He lives in my fucking mother's house.
Does he?
No,
He lives in her heart.
He lives
Yeah,
in Staten
Trump lives in
Island.
my
Doesn't
mother's
Trump
heart.
live in Staten Island? Isn't that where
Trump lives in Midtown. Like
Does
the
he?
big Trump building, yeah. But
he doesn't
well,
live
I
in
mean,
there. He doesn't live there.
No.
well,
I think they say he lives there and he lives somewhere else.
I would not.
You're
be shocked
voting
by
for him.
that.
I get. You're voting for him.
Oh, he's out of the
I never
closet.
voted for him the first time.
He's full out
I
of the
didn't vote for
closet.
him the first time.
You're full out of the closet conservative.
You know what?
Just
let me
say
be
it.
honest with you. No, let me be honest with you. if you would have talked to me a week ago, I would say, yeah, guarantee Trump 2020. But I don't know. I went to this concert, the 1975 concert, and I was around a lot of liberals, and they're a very liberal band. And I was like, I like these guys' music. I like this guy's message. I was listening to what he said about climate change and then singing his songs with fucking Greta von fucking Thunkenberg, whatever her name is.
Greta.
And I was like, these people aren't as bad as I thought. It's like, I mean, they're annoying, and I'm like, all right, shut up. But I feel like I could be swayed now to vote
just because of how nice they were.
left because they're nice people. But I'd vote for, who I'd
You know
vote
what I
for?
like about your opinion?
I'd
You have
Buttigieg.
you have a sound understanding of policy. That's why I like the way you vote.
Yeah.
You
Like,
don't
I
go
like-
based on emotions. You go right for policy and things that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the things that matter the most are what to you in politics?
In politics?
Yeah.
Wow, guy, you're asking him a question that's a little over his head right
In
now.
politics, here's what I'll say. I'm a weird guy.
Yeah.
It's like I believe 100% in pro-choice. I believe it's a woman's right to choose. Absolutely. I think religion should be 100% out of politics. I don't think it should have any effect on anything. And I also just want the wall. So I
want
don't
the
know.
wall bad.
It's just you can't have not the wall, but it's like you can't have people
Therapy.
just fucking walking in and out of here. I understand that America.
You want the wall and a catapult for the
Yeah.
ones who get locked in here that you can put them over?
I understand that America's just lines on a map that some guy made up.
That Jesus, that guy's Jesus.
I was just
guy's
going to say, that's
Yeah.
Jesus
What do you
Christ
mean some
made that
guy?
up.
That's a guy.
That's a
yeah.
little disrespectful.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a little
Jesus.
disrespectful.
That
What are you
Jesus-
fucking? What are you working for Islam now?
yeah.
Wow, we're gonna have to cackle this whole episode.
That Jesus and his mother they
Jesus
made up.
Christ.
It was basically an arts and crafts project with Mary, Mother of Jesus, and Jesus made up America.
Now you're talking. Smart.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's,
Before you were fucking playing around. Now you're getting serious.
yeah, that's why. Yeah.
You paid attention in history class.
did.
That's why.
Absolutely.
Because you know.
Yeah, because
You
I fucking
understand.
know. So it's not that I want the actual wall, but it's like you can't
You just
have
want the
everybody coming
Chinese
over.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and that's basically what I'm
What about the Japanese and the Koreans? You
all I'm trying to say is
Same
I'm sorry.
That's a cackle.
Yeah.
It's a cackle.
No, but I
I
was
think, don't your fans know that everything on here is fucking around
Well,
and
that's the
having a
thing
good
that
time?
They do, but once in a while,
What, new listeners freak out?
no,
nobody's
just,
actually ever said one bad thing.
Not
about
It's a
someone.
fucking comedy podcast.
it's a character piece.
I'm just kidding around.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
joking. but-
Some of this stuff is true, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of your stuff is
it
true.
ain't all a lie, guy.
Yeah. He's really gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that is true, though.
No, I don't want the wall, but I just, I'm all for tight immigrant. It's like I'm a
You know what I don't
I'm
want?
a gray area kid.
I don't want the wall. I think that's
I don't want the
ridiculous.
wall. Yeah.
But I think it should be a maze. I think they should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it should be a lot harder to
Yeah,
get
because
through.
how smart do you got to be smart enough to get in here. Yeah.
Is that a bit of yours? Because you just
No.
wait. Thank you for
Yo,
giving.
Giannis is going to take it.
No, yeah,
Giannis,
don't
he's
take
got
that.
no bits left.
Yeah, I got.
he
I'm
blew
out.
it.
I blew them all on a special that's not doing that
Yeah, he
good.
blew
Yes,
all
it
the
is.
fucking to get promoted. It's
Can I
Aaron
tell you?
Schultz's
Can I
YouTube. He
tell
didn't
you
even
something?
post it.
People do watch it. People talk about it in Los Angeles.
Yeah, but it's not getting a lot of views.
Yeah, but it will. It's trying. You know what I mean? I think like
Can I
let
come on
that
your
stuff build.
podcast and promote
Yes,
it?
yes.
No, his podcast is huge.
know.
When I did
I
Whiskey
would-
Ginger, I got a lot of followers.
Honestly,
truly.
though, honestly, people do talk about it. So I know you say that, but that's not true.
Okay,
In a moment of seriousness, it's very funny. First of all,
Thank you, man.
and people in LA know about it and like it. So I know that's just a comedy community thing, but it'll keep growing.
people
Once
in LA
people
know about
wake
our-
the fuck up to real comedy,
Yeah.
they'll watch.
Do people in LA know about our podcast?
Yeah, of course. I mean, people that I know, guys that are like in our, in the circles. There's certain
know.
little circles. Oh yeah, they know. They
good.
know.
That's good. That's good.
But they know mostly because of Jan.
Yeah,
they don't really.
That's
they're not,
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chrissy D gets no love in LA.
No, I
Most
get it.
people out there say they can't stand you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know what it is?
Yeah.
Tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Tattoo.
That
Tattoo.
that Catholic scribe you got there.
It's my. Yeah. It's my.
That scroll. They don't like that scroll.
Yeah. I know. It's what it is.
Yeah,
But
you're an out-of-borough kid. But
No.
thank you for giving that great joke to our podcast.
Yeah,
That
you're
was-
welcome, you're
I was
welcome.
always going
Well,
like,
that'll
that's
be a
too,
clip.
it's too good for our podcast.
Do you guys burn your own material on here ever?
We,
yeah. I mean,
There's guys that do that all the time, and then they get fucked on stage, and then people tell them that they like, I heard you do that on your podcast.
it's like, well, but
Fitzsimmons does it, and he'll tell you he does it.
Because that
Greg
would
will
be-
do it on the show and then do it live. And I heard a girl go, I've heard him do this on his podcast.
But the thing is, like, what we're doing now is more important than the stand-up. Like in 2019, like a podcast.
This is a part of it. I think this is all a part of it. This is
A
all,
big-
it's all this big. It's this big. It's another element to it. That's all. We're shooting in the gym.
Right.
It's someone watching. It's training.
And it's like, a lot, at least in New York, like some comedians will sit and like commiserate about like, oh, so-and-so's podcast is huge, but they suck doing stand-up. It's like, it's a different thing.
Two different
Somebody can be a great podcast comedian, not great stand-up, and vice versa. It's like, there's a different aspects of comedy.
Who's the best stand-up that's a bad podcaster?
The best stand-up that's a bad podcaster?
On other people's podcasts? Or
Anything at all, just in general. Because I know he's got one in his head.
Burr's great on his own podcast.
Yeah.
But when he goes on other podcasts, sometimes he shuts down.
First of all, he shuts them down.
Yeah, he shuts them
I mean,
down.
you watch Theo Vaughn and
oh, yeah.
What's
Yeah, we weren't allowed to talk about that when he was a guest here.
H3 dude.
what is it?
H3.
H3, that's his name. Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
he went on like
He
antidepressants.
ate him
after-
alive. Yeah, dude. He had to go to another. He had a therapist. He had to go to a separate therapist.
Theo?
No, the fucking what's his name, dude? You said it.
I don't know his actual name.
It's
H3.
called H3. It's like one of the most popular podcasts in the world. It's this guy and his wife or whatever.
Yeah.
And Burr went on there and Burr murdered this guy.
And it was hilarious, though?
Well, here's this kid because his mannerisms are like this. You gotta watch it, dude. You should put up a clip or something for your
we'll
guests
put it
to
up.
watch
Yeah.
because
See it.
he does this. He does like here you're Burr. Do Burr to me and I'll go. So like watch like watch.
like, I'm Bert, like, yeah, you fucking nice sweater, dude.
Yeah. Well, do you think what are your thoughts about Well, okay. Do you think comedy is is getting a little scary now?
You're brutal.
All right.
You're just brutal.
Well, are you? I don't know,
Dude, you're brutal.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
What are you?
His face manner. He gets nervous. He gets these tics, and so
he fucked him up.
He shut down. Burr shut him down. Like every turn, it was like.
But was Burr just being funny, being Burr? I mean,
Sometimes Bill is also being like. I think Bill still has the generation above us thing where he goes, "You didn't study, huh?"
yes.
Yeah.
Which is
Our generation doesn't really do it, but
Yeah.
that older guys still are like, "You didn't study up."
Yeah.
Yeah,
You didn't study up.
Yeah, you don't
know-
ask me dumb questions.
Yeah, you're a moron. I agree
even
with
I've-
it.
It's like, it's fucking
But
Bill
we,
Burr, man.
we
What are
don't
you
do
doing?
that though. Our generation just doesn't really have that tick. Do you know what I mean? Like,
So it's just a different thing. Yeah.
yeah, it's his class, but he's not wrong. That's the thing. Burr was right when he says stuff like, "Why wouldn't you know I don't want to talk about that?"
Right.
Or "Why wouldn't you know
We have to watch this.
it's hard to
Did
see."
you see them talking to each other? They had like a little therapy.
Uh-huh.
session on it.
Theo had the H3 guy on his podcast to talk about how much it hurt him. Theo too.
My God, people are such pussies. It's like unbelievable, guy.
Well,
It's
so
like,
you know what?
got to go to therapy
As a
now?
challenge, I want Burr to come on mine just because I want those interactions.
Well, dude,
But I know I can handle him. I just think it's like you just have to brush it off.
he came on our podcast and he was fantastic.
saw it.
The first minute he told me that my fucking chain looked like a fat girl's ankle bracelet.
And it does.
Yeah.
And
Well,
does.
it broke.
I know.
I actually broke
'Cause
it
you got
after.
too thick in the neck, baby.
Yeah.
You got
And then
too
I was-
swollen. Are you doing a lot of these?
Why, do I
You
look?
doing a lot of crunches?
What do I? Do I look jacked?
Well, you lost that. Your double chin is gone.
Yeah, I've
'Cause
been,
you had it for you kept it for a long
I've
time.
been working out. When I did your potty, I think I still had a DC,
You were a little
right?
thick. You were a little thick. Yeah, you're a little roly.
You like that though? You fucking.
I
got
loved
my
it.
lap.
It looked like an airplane pillow. You know those airplane pillow? It looked like
But
you
it's
always
gone,
had it
and
on.
now I look more in shape.
You look beautiful now.
Yeah, dude.
You look in the best shape that I've ever seen you in.
You have a wife, or what do you want to do?
I have a wife, but that doesn't mean I can't fuck you.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm in New York, baby.
Guy.
Come on down to the Grand Soho Hotel. Come pump me out.
Oh.
1026, baby. Beep, boop. Come on in.
You know, it's
That's a fucking nice hotel, guy.
It is.
That's not where I'm staying. You think I'm
Dave
going to tell these guys
Chappelle
where I'm
stays
staying?
there.
Is that where he stays?
I thought I saw him walk out of there once, but it could have been. I don't fucking
How
know.
much does Dave smoke? Wait, can you smoke inside the bars here still?
No.
Why do they
Dave
smoke
Chappelle
at
can
the
do whatever-
stand? They smoke at the stand.
Do whatever you want in there.
They smoke inside the stand? Nobody
Yeah, they were
smokes-
smoking inside the stand.
Who was?
Well, they were smoking weed, but still. Inside
Were you
that-
there last night?
2 nights ago.
Oh.
But they were smoking in there. Big J and those guys when I went
they'll
by?
do it on stage, yeah.
But what, you're allowed to do that shit?
They'll just do it.
Oh, you can't do
Wait,
that shit
no,
in
there's
LA.
a
You get
loop-
fucked. You get fucked for that.
No,
There's
they're
a
smoking- they're
loophole.
smoking weed on stage.
They're smoking weed, but even still,
There's a loophole on stage you can smoke
Performance.
for a character piece.
Right, right.
So it's like
Really?
yes, there's
It's
a
character
there's a
piece.
loophole on stage.
that's why Chappelle smokes everywhere.
Right.
Does he smoke when he goes to like the cellar? Does he smoke down there?
He'll smoke at the olive tree, yeah.
Yeah, I'll smoke.
They'll-
But
they'll
isn't
do
it up to
something
the
down there, but they'll
business?
just do it.
Like, in other
No.
words,
No, it's actually illegal to.
it is illegal. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a loophole in Chicago. Whether or not this is a real rumor, people do it anyway. If the guy owns the bar, if you physically own the building, you can allow smoking. If you are the owner and the proprietor of the bar, you can smoke in there. Because there's still a couple sneaky neighborhood bars that still get away with it.
Yeah, well, and who are they? The fucking sneaks,
Mm-hmm.
right?
You know.
Exactly.
You
I
know.
know exactly
You
who they
know who
are
the
because I got to
sneaks
pay
are.
child support.
How much you paying in child support a month?
Jesus.
Is it clipping you?
Christ.
Is it clipping you?
Yeah, it's
hard.
fucking brutal. I
Sucks.
mean, now I got to go to the House of Comedy to fucking make bullshit. It's like,
Hey, you're gonna make good money there. People in Minnesota are gonna come out and see you.
I'm gonna sell T-shirts. That's what kind of fucking.
Tickets and T-shirts, baby.
That's what kind of fanook I am.
You know, Carlin used to have T-shirts too. Carlin sold hats, beanies, T-shirts,
What?
bracelets, shoes. He had his own shoes. Carlin shoes.
George Carlin would sell
Really?
merch
Yeah,
after
Asics.
shows.
Asics used to sponsor Carlin.
George Carlin sold merch.
He had shoes.
I had no
He
idea.
had socks. He had cool sunglasses. You know those sunglasses that go dark to light? You know,
Yeah.
He had those too. Carlin,
Did you ever see him live?
Carlin Shakes.
Carlin, or when
no,
you were like
I wouldn't
a kid?
see that fucking hack live. Fucking hack.
Yeah, no, man, I
no
love
never
fucking
saw-
Hannah Gadsby.
That would be funny if he sold like he sold like Bibles, and then you open them, it just had like one note that said, "This is all bullshit."
Yeah.
and that was
That's
it.
and it's his voice.
Yeah,
like
it's
when you
his
open
voice.
those cards.
It's
Yeah,
all bullshit.
it's bullshit.
What I love so much
I
about
never got to see him. I'm sad I never got to see
George
him.
Carlin is like, I remember like one special, it was like back to back. He did like a 10-minute bit on like how HIV is taking back the planet and like the AIDS crisis. And then like literally 30 seconds later, like after the thunderous applause, he went right into a dog fart joke.
Perfect.
Like right away, just
he was the
talking
only
about
guy that got
dog
away with that
farts.
stuff. That got
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
like prolific and then also be just like a comic again.
I
You gotta
love-
talk about penises and stuff.
Yeah.
No, who does that today? Who could get away with that? Attell?
Well, Nate Bargatze's on the Mount Rushmore.
Who is Nate Park? You keep bringing him up. Who is he? You know, his little sister came to see me when I was in Nashville.
Whoa!
Ate shit though. I had a not. It was my worst show of the shows. I was bummed. He's like, my little sister's a fan. She's gonna come see you. He texted me, and I texted him back. I said, I didn't have a good show. He goes, yeah, she told me. I said, yeah, no.
Wow. Nate, I would have fucking lied.
It was the worst. No, it was the worst of my shows. I just knew. You know what I mean when
At
you're
Zanies,
like,
were you?
Yeah, Zanies.
Yeah.
It was great. I still had a good time, but the rhythm was
I get
not
it.
as good. Some nights you have rhythms where you're like, I was just in
Dude.
the groove for an hour, and then sometimes you're like, yeah, I fell in and out.
In July, I was in Zanies in July, and same thing. It was first of all, I love Zanies because at least me, they only made me do one show a night, which
Well,
is
they
like,
don't want you to do anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody
Well,
wants you to do
I get some
anymore.
fucking tickets down
Yeah.
there because down
In
south,
Nashville?
Yeah, down south.
You could
I'm a
sell in
cuck
Nashville.
comedian. No, I
No,
sold.
they
I
like
s-
you.
No, I sold the ticket. So I didn't sell out, but it was good enough. But anyway, one of the shows I was having, I thought a decent show, and then I started getting heckled by Brooke Hogan, Hulk Hogan's daughter.
Shut the fuck.
And I was
really?
like, what am I fucking supposed to do now? It's
You're a
Brooke
perfect
Hogan.
match for her though.
Well, she was with her boyfriend, but yeah,
That she came for you.
yeah.
Her
Well,
boyfriend
yeah.
wasn't a fan.
No,
No, she was a
she
fan.
got yeah.
She saw your size. She liked your arms.
She liked it. And I still had the double chin back then. She liked that. She wanted
Little thick. Yeah.
little thick.
Yeah, little
thick.
thicky,
I'm
thick,
thick.
thicky, thick.
THICC.
How many times have you gone from thick to skinny?
It's like a this is
Constant battle.
I've been able to keep a decent amount of weight off now for like over 6 months. So this has been the longest since.
What's the change? Are you
I
doing
just
the
box?
you-
I box like every day. Like this morning, like
You wake up and do it.
like I fell in love. Basketball was my whole life. Like
Mm-hmm.
before comedy was like everything I did was to play ball, and now I've just replaced basketball with boxing. So I'm not going to competitively fight, but like I look forward to it and challenge myself.
Do you
to think-
spar with people?
A little bit.
Do you bring Giannis?
Giannis came once.
Came twice.
Giannis-
Yeah. Well, no, once. One time. Yeah.
One time.
You've been
yeah.
skinny your whole life, though. You've been a normal size guy
No,
your whole
I've been
life.
back and forth. I mean,
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I was an athlete, and then after that, it just, once I fractured my foot, I was never in shape after
How'd you
that.
fracture the foot?
Just from being fat.
Yeah.
Once my metabolism slowed down, I just fractured a foot.
You broke your foot
Dude,
from just
I
the
literally
weight?
have
Yeah.
the worst knee pain of my entire life. Like I could barely even box today. Like it's swollen, and I'm worried like there's something torn in my knee from standing still at the 1975 concert. That's
Yeah,
what
you
a
stood
pussy
too
I
long.
am.
Well, you're
I
dad. No,
just-
that's dad status. That's
Yeah, I
dad
just
status.
stood there.
My back hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My back and my knee were killing me. All I did was stand and watch the band.
Yep. That's what
That's
happened.
that's what that's exactly. How old are you now?
I'm 35 years old.
Wait till you hit 36, man. It all goes downhill. from there. It's fucking-
Are you 36?
36.
Wow, dude.
Just turned 36.
Fucking, I'm a cougar.
Closer to 40. How old are you?
44.
What?
Yeah.
God damn,
I
those
look good.
Mediterraneans. What do they do?
I know.
Yeah.
Drink baby
Eat
blood?
feta, crumble, and fuck guys.
God, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. That's actually, that's
That's
the
the-
key. That's
Feta
the recipe.
fish fellas.
Everyone's like Mediterranean diet.
Feta fish and fellas. That's what
Yeah,
they do.
feta, fish, fellas.
That's
Nice.
hot, dude. That's hot as fuck that you guys stay
Triple
there. Look-
FF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Triple
Huff,
F.
huff, huff, huff.
Well, in FF, we call people FFs on this podcast, which means fat fuck, but we'll tell you what it means after the show. It doesn't mean fat fuck. It's just
I know what it means.
Second word ends in a T. Character piece.
It means flexible framework. Ask
Yeah.
my coach.
Yeah, flexible framework.
Flexible framework.
Yo, you said you want to talk about refrigerators?
I want to talk about race. She said, "What's a history that you're interested in?" I said, refrigeration. Hot.
Well,
Hot topic.
It's actually a really interesting topic.
It
Well,
is
first
actually,
he
yeah.
wanted to talk about Prohibition and Capone, but we just spoke about
Yeah,
it.
You know why? I saw you just spoke about it. I went back
do
and
it
I was
again.
like, I wanted to because I wanted to correct some of the bullshit that you guys talked.
Guy, you gonna wear the T-shirt on your potty waddy?
100%.
Thanks, Bo.
100%. I'm gonna wear it. You know what? I'm gonna wear it. When does this come out?
This will come out. When does it come out, Mike?
Who
On
knows?
the Patreon next week.
Okay.
On our Patreon next week, and then when on iTunes?
We have a couple we're backed up on, but whenever.
Maybe
Whatever. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Whatever you tell us.
I was
we'll
gonna
put it
say
out.
I'll wear it when I do shows this weekend. But
No,
I'm not,
you don't have to do that.
Not gonna wear it if we can't plug this bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it on stage at the Comedy Store, big time. I'll promote it there.
Okay. Okay.
Just make a video of you using it to clean your garage.
Yeah, just
That'll
do
be
that.
funny.
Which
You're
one?
like, hey guys, I'm
Which
using
one?
your
My
t-shirt.
front garage or my back garage?
Yeah,
I gotta take a call.
Just
Hello.
use it. Yeah, we'll make
Hollywood.
A video. Yeah. So do you know history of refrigeration?
I know a little bit about it. Oh, the reason, side note, that
tell
I
us.
said Prohibition is because I watched that Ken Burns documentary and it fucking soaked me in. Dude.
Which one?
The one on Netflix called Prohibition. I watched it like 6 times. I was obsessed. It's a
Oh yeah,
three-parter.
no, I gotta see that.
You guys didn't see that, and you
I've-
talked
I'm-
about it.
I'm
on the fucking,
watching
that's
I'm
why.
watching the second installment of the World War II in color greatest events, so I'm rewatching that.
You gotta watch this. It's a 3-parter. Have you seen it? Oh my god, it's fucking phenomenal. But it goes into like the great depths of like the real gangsters of Prohibition.
Like
the
more than Al Capone.
the lie that is Al Capone. Al Capone's a lie. As a Chicago guy, I was taught a lie. I didn't know.
In what can you explain?
He's a
Like, what-
phony. He's a phony. All the Kansas City gangsters, they love that Al Capone loved the media. They let that guy bury himself. They were like, good, let this fucking... Every
Interesting.
time this Jocko leaves a jail cell, they took photos of him, and he would pose. There were ways for them to not get photos taken. It's not like today where they like always know where you are. You know, it's because you're fucking tweeting about it. Capone would be open about it. He would tell the press and the media what time he was going to like go in and get out because he wanted pictures in the paper to make his rep grow. Like he thought it...
Wow.
And it did help his rep because it's front page of the fucking
Well, yeah,
Chicago
he's the
Tribune.
biggest celebrity gangster.
So that's exactly what he was. He was a Kardashian gangster. He was a phony. So the gangsters from Kansas City, they talk shit about him. And the trade that was coming through Kansas City and New York, they let him be the face. None of these guys wanted the
Took
fame.
the heat off them.
Yes, it was
Wow.
genius.
and were they stronger than him and had more muscle than him
100%,
anyway?
100%.
Like they would have been.
Capone wasn't as tough as the guys that were helping Capone stay on top.
Yeah, because Capone he was an import from New York. He
Yeah.
wasn't even from
He wasn't a Chicago kid anyway.
Yeah.
But he was kind of like a chess piece. He was like a pawn, really.
I never knew that.
Where'd you learn that? Just from the documentary?
Doc?
Yeah, but then I started reading about him online. I just get because I was like, this sounds like it's a very angled documentary. I was like, this sounds like this is their point of view. Like they want you to believe that.
Right.
So then I went online and I did as much research as I could find about who were the top dog crime organizers that were putting him in position, and they kept him in power only so they didn't have to be the face. It was just like, remember in Casino? Remember in fucking Casino when they're talking about that fat moron in the Italian deli that leaked to his mother?
Yeah.
That's basically like their Capone setup. You know what I mean? Like in the idea that they just had a plug.
Very
and he was the
interesting.
guy that was just like, oh, this moron, we'll just keep him happy and fat and happy and he won't give a shit. We'll plug money through him. He gets to do whatever he wants and run Chicago, but we'll put everything from New York and Kansas City and we won't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
So half of those guys fucking, I mean, they ended up all dying anyway. But
Right.
he was the one that took everything.
Was he like their hired muscle because he ended up killing all those? He killed what was
His
it,
whole thing-
Moran. What was the other guy he
Yeah,
killed?
yeah, Bugs Moran. Yeah,
Bugs Moran?
but he ended up. But the thing was, I wouldn't kind of hired muscle. He was still a boss, but just the same way that all these bosses they work in conjunction with one another. But half of them hate each other.
Right.
They all wanted each other dead anyway. So they were like, let this fucking jagoff kill everyone in Chicago. That way we don't have to worry about when we're making movements. We can fly under the
Like
radar.
he's different than John Gotti in the sense that, like John Gotti, allegedly, I don't know anybody that knows him, but John Gotti was truly like a feared guy and like the boss. Like
Because he was a bad dude.
he was in the limelight and all that, but he still would kill you and nobody would fuck with him.
Right.
Like you're saying, like they could have at
Capone-
any point killed Capone
Easy.
and Capone was probably scared of them.
100%.
Where Gotti, I don't think was scared of anybody.
No, Capone was probably scared of the guys that he worked with, but he also just he was reckless. They just find the most reckless guy that doesn't give a shit, that will kill and have people killed at free will, and they put them in positions of power because they're like, well, this bozo, his timeline is nothing. He doesn't give a shit. He could be dead tomorrow. No one would care.
Yeah.
So they're like, I just want to stay alive. I have families. This guy's out there getting syphilis from hookers
Yeah.
and then, dying in prison because he doesn't believe in penicillin.
Yeah. Well, so
Can you
Ben
believe that
Franklin
this guy?
died of syphilis
Yeah.
too.
Stupid. Who?
Ben Franklin, syphilis guy, got him.
But wait, he didn't
lived
die
it-
of syphilis.
Died of syphilis.
But he lived to an old age, though.
He lived to an old age, but he
Yeah.
banged everybody's he was banging grandmas.
Was he?
In France, yeah, died of syphilis. A lot of famous people died of syphilis. A lot of famous people, almost the
They didn't have Tylenol back then to fix it.
one of the most STDs. We're gonna do. I know. Well, no, not Tylenol for syphilis.
You
got-
have a weird obsession with
Pleuris-
STDs because I think you're always afraid that you're going to get
Oh
one.
no, he
Kind
gets
of
him, guy. He's well acquainted.
No,
Nobody
yeah.
told me you got him now.
Well, I've had him. I got
yeah.
him from him.
No, I got chlamydia once. I can't believe I don't have any STDs. I may have one brewing. Who knows?
You got one steaming up down there.
Steaming.
What happens to chlamydia?
Come on, guy. You got a tab at the pharmacy.
Yeah, I got a tab.
You go in, you walk right back to the back. They're like, you're like, put that on my tab. Give me my
they just know that.
antibiotics.
Chris, hey.
Chris,
They go, hey, Chris, hook shot.
Thank
you.
Yeah. In the bag.
Which ones? Chlamydia?
I just had chlamydia
You get
one.
the shot in the butt.
I had chlamydia about 6-7 years ago. I woke up. It was one of those things like I would always be obsessing. Oh, I have an STD. I have an STD. And it's like it never did. And then one day I woke up and I was like, I just said, oh, fuck. Like it was one of those like my anxiety actually went to very, very normal levels because it was like, oh, I know I have it. Like my dick was like dripping. And I was like, it didn't even hurt. It just kept dripping. So my best friend, my daughter's godfather, is an emergency room doctor.
Shout out Lukash.
Yeah, shout out Lukash. Yeah, shout out Lukash, a.k.a. Dachau Face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll send you a picture of him. He looks like he was just liberated from a concentration camp.
Yes. He's got the type of look like, unfortunately, really Polish, Eastern European, Slavic look was just the look that like the Germans like, I'm going to roll over these people with tanks and they can't stop us.
Right.
And it's a brutal look, but it is, I get it. So I don't get it, but I
Ladder 14.
Ladder 14.
Well, you got it.
I got it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I get it, meaning chlamydia.
You're not 100% German, right?
I'm 40. The newest results just came in from my Ancestry.com. I'm like 40% Germanic. It says.
Wow.
No, but then the other ones are English, which those are all.
It's like all English.
But
Scottish.
Distefano is what?
It's Italian, but
Kind
that's
of.
the lowest that I have. It's like it's like 6%. Greek is like 5%.
You're 100%.
Yeah.
No, he's 25% Turkish.
Well, the DNA is 25% Turkish,
But do you believe any of that?
That's
That's
from rape.
See, I don't believe any of that stuff.
You don't
You're
believe it?
100%.
Thank you.
You're 100%.
What are you?
50-50. Italian and Irish. Can't get away from it.
That's a real Chicago or New York.
Couldn't be any more Chicago.
Yeah,
Actually, that's what's funny. I think it's New York too, but people from around the country don't understand it at all.
But you being half Italian, half Irish from Chicago, does your family just assume you're gay because you're not a cop or a fireman?
My family assumes I'm gay just because you come out and they go, fag right
Yeah,
away.
my
They call me a
family
fag.
assumes I'm gay because I bring my husband to Thanksgiving.
No, you know.
But you don't kiss him at the dinner table.
You're a
do you?
liar. You're not invited to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's right.
I said so much wild shit on this podcast that my family has uninvited me to Thanksgiving.
How did your family hear this? They
listen to it. Well, fans or whatever sent it to people.
That's
I know.
very supportive.
And I've tried, like in the family group chat, being like, "Ladder 14, Wei Shan Chian," and they're like, "You're not invited."
Yeah. No, we've created a monster that we get sent people like saying to their girlfriends videos of people going like, "Hey, I fucked your sister," and they're like, "What?" And they're like, "Ladder 14. It's a
Yeah,
character
it's like
piece.
they're ruining their lives so we could repost.
It's a
them on
character
Instagram.
piece.
Hey, it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
It's all worth it.
It's worth it for the
So you don't get invited to Thanksgiving anymore.
No.
Well, no, just this year. Well, no, I'm going to Thanksgiving this year, but my
The Greeks do
family,
Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, you're not
Wow.
part
You
of
don't
this
know any
country.
Greeks?
I know a couple of Greeks, but I try to stay away from those kind of people.
Yeah. You're too hairy, right? Yeah.
A lot of elements, too many letters. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't like that. Greeks and Russians have the same thing for me. You know what I mean? I just the lettering, the wording, the people themselves,
gross.
the
Just
culture.
foreign.
Well,
Foreign
yeah.
whites. Get the foreign.
Foreign whites, I don't
Foreign
like.
whites,
yeah.
yeah.
If you're gonna be foreign, be something else. Be
Yeah.
funky and fun. You know,
Yeah.
look at that tinge. Look at that color. Look at that melanin in
Yeah.
his skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like something funky and unique. I don't, Foreign whites scare me. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, like I want to meet.
they're the
someone
old
like
versions
Holland
of us.
or
We're
something
the
like
new.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They're the Air Monarchs of Nikes.
They
you know
really
what I
are,
mean?
yeah.
We're the new
Yeah.
Nikes. Yeah,
We're the new
they're the throwbacks, and people like them a little bit, but I'm not going to wear that around.
Yeah,
town.
yeah.
Yeah.
You won't catch me fucking dead with this motherfucker out in public.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
way.
I
This
like-
is where it starts and ends.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you, Hitler Youth, I'll be anywhere with you just because I know I
Absolutely.
got protection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're foolish. You'll run right
Yeah.
into the fire.
I'm the Ubermensch. That's the Untermensch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild. I'm learning too much German. Unfortunately,
I was just going to say, you're a little too versed in it.
Yeah, I'm learning German. I mean, we were talking about Pervitin, which is the drug that the Nazis used to take to like be like these massive fighting machines.
It was speed, right? It was
It
just
was
speed.
like crystal meth. Yeah,
Yeah.
the equivalent of crystal meth, and they would call it tank chocolate, but
Tank chocolate?
tank chocolate.
That's
yeah.
what, because they put cocoa powder in or something when they drank it?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Is that how they did it? They put it in.
What?
Why did they call it tank chocolate?
because they would give it it was in little like chocolate bars, like an edible, and they would give it.
But they had cocoa powder in them because they were using cocaine. They would use cocaine.
They would do all that,
Yeah.
and then actually the Pervitin, they started giving Pervitin to the Japanese when they would do the kamikaze.
Kamikaze.
fire.
I heard about that. They
Yeah.
would black out and they wouldn't know what they were doing.
Blackout.
Apparently, they would fly and lose complete consciousness when they were doing it. So a lot of
Yeah.
times, most of those planes didn't hit anything. Do you know that?
No, yeah, they would just hit the
They
water.
missed all the time. They would just black out and just crash.
Fucking
So the
idiot.
guys that made it were just good accidents. It was just happy accidents.
We'll do a whole episode about I learned so much more about like the true beginnings of like why Japan declared war in America and like what the battle of
Because we're the
Midway was
greatest
like.
country on earth.
That's what happens. And just like how sheer luck wins wars in the sense of things happen with like battleships not being there. And then we're talking about STDs. Like that's what I was getting to before. Like STDs, that's like a common thing. Like in almost any genre, any time period, an STD had something to do with why somebody won or didn't win a war.
Shut up.
In Dunkirk, we just did the Battle of Dunkirk. The entire British and French army were all suffering from like rampant chlamydia, syphilis, and gonorrhea from the whorehouses where Nazi Germany did not allow brothels. That's one good thing they did. No prostitutes. They respect women. so
Not women and children if you're Jewish, but their own kind, right?
their
I
own
get
kind.
it.
So they wouldn't allow. So they had no STDs. And then I was reading this book on the Crusades when the Christian crusaders started entering like Damascus area to like fight the Seljuk Turks, the Muslims. They were having sex with the Muslim women, and there were like new diseases that they were getting sexually from them just because of like things that like maybe like Muslim men were even immune to, and vice versa. Well, actually, no, it was just Christians to Muslims because Muslims wouldn't touch a Christian woman because of like their religion, and they think they were just grossed out by them. But Christian were fucking the Muslim women left and right, and many battles were like rampant STDs. That syphilis, if untreated syphilis begins to crawl, how you die from it is you
Crawls up to your brain.
crawls
Makes
up
you
to
go
your spine,
blind.
and then it eats. As it's crawling up, it takes little bites of organs, and then eventually eats your brain. That's why
It's like a hungry hippo.
Like a little Pac-Man in your body.
it's not exclusive, but any emperor in ancient times that like all of a sudden starts to go mad, most historians are like they probably had syphilis. That is the most plausible.
That's the most plausible reason of the shutdown of society.
Yeah, like why? No, why? Like when King Henry went mad, or when Nero goes mad, when they just start to lose their minds at the end of their life, it's usually syphilis.
I think inbreeding had a little bit to do with it.
Inbreeding
as well.
too. Yeah,
That's why all my Irish
that's why the
ancestors
Greeks
didn't have
are
to
weird.
deal with it. Yeah, the Irish didn't have to deal with it. A sad, lonely island. Nobody got there.
No
one
the Vikings,
cared.
That's it.
Yeah, but the Vikings came and went so fast. It
Romans
didn't
got
really matter.
there.
Yeah, the Romans they fucked around for a little bit.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the Irish, it's not a conquerable island. It doesn't really matter. There was no resources there. The fucking potatoes wiped them out.
Should we go back? Should me and you go on a fucking tour, and we'll just call it the Axis Comedy Tour?
Honestly, I would love it. Honestly, I would love it.
Yeah, we'll just go.
I'm showing a few new puppets for my act. So I've got these guys are going to be puppets. He's a puppet.
I got the
He's a puppet.
1975's light shows for my background.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to. Jeff Dunham, he's still putting out specials, by the way. I saw a billboard for it, and I said, it's what we asked for.
But
That's what we asked for. He lights it on fire.
He's a good ventriloquist.
Who murders?
He's good.
Yeah. I mean, the middle.
Are you guys allowed to talk shit about comedy specials on here? You guys?
Sure.
Gonna eat-
Oh yeah,
for it,
we
yeah.
fucking ripped. We were.
No, you know what I said. You know what I said. The first thing is so mean, but like I like the guy, all that shit. But I said I saw Seth Meyers put out a comedy special, and I said I didn't even know he did stand up, and I'm being genuine. I had no idea.
I didn't
Does he
either.
do it in the city? No.
No. But I mean, he does. I didn't see the special, but I would assume it's like his.
I didn't see
late
it.
night
I didn't see it.
monologue.
It just made me laugh a little bit because I was like,
Jenny Slate has a comedy special. It doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah, no,
And these
it's
are
very-
funny people. I'm not
Yeah.
hating on them, but it's like
Yeah, stand up is
You could
kind of
just
like
do
a
stand-up
suggestion now. It's like do what you want. Like read off your note card. Just like it's
as
a
soon as you start to get followers, you just do stand up.
It's fishing. It's fishing to me, right?
Yeah.
Like anybody is allowed to go fish. It's very easy to do. You can go do it.
Yeah.
But like there are some people that professionally fish. You know how mad it must make them when someone's like, "I fish." They're like, "Well, you don't. I fish."
Right.
Okay, I fucking fish.
But even
what kind
that-
of boat do you have? What kind of rod do you have? And they're like, "I don't know. I fucking bought it from Target. $16. Actually, they gave me the boat. Really? Yeah. They asked me if I wanted a big boat, and they just gave me the fucking boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went out on the boat and I did it, and turns out people kind of like my boat a little bit. How's your boat? Oh, you haven't had a new boat? How come Netflix doesn't want to give you a boat? I don't know. I don't know. I'm asking for a boat.
yeah.
Right. Exactly.
At Netflix.
At fucking Netflix. I know.
Yeah. Anyone can do it nowadays.
Yeah.
It is funny.
People get rewarded for it too. It's not just like everyone can do it. Like they're actually getting rewarded
Big
Like,
time.
Yeah.
Make real money. And
Yeah.
then the thing is, people used to say, oh, well, people, they don't come back. If you're not funny, people won't come back and buy tickets. And while I believe that is true, it's also like I've seen so many comedians that have huge followings, right? Not do well on stage, but then you look at their Instagram, the pictures they repost are just their fans saying how hilarious they were because it's become so insulated
culture.
now. And it's like almost like a culture, and it's a cult following. Like people who have the cult followings, we know they're not funny, but it's like who gives a fuck about what we think as stand up is our backbone, but it's like that's all subjective to us. Nobody cares because whoever went to go pay money to see whatever shit comedian that just has a big following on YouTube, they actually loved what they did on stage, and they will think they're funny, and they will come back.
Well, so I'm okay
So-
with that. There's a part of me that's okay with that. So my whole philosophy now as I've gotten older is I don't care as long as as long as you really do stick to your thing. Like if you're going to do it, go ahead and do it. Like if you're going to be the YouTube guy that does the thing and does the stand-up tour and you want to do your tour with your thing, okay, fine. That's fine. But that can't be this pretend of like that they're in the same class.
Right.
That's all. That's fine. It's got to exist.
I understand exactly what you
There's
mean.
nothing you could do about it. So I've gotten over the fact of being annoyed about those things. You know, like there's a bunch of people where I'm like, oh, I didn't even know those guys did stand up. But it's gonna happen. You just have to like let it. We have to let it be. As long as people know it. As long as like I think comedy fans know that there's a big difference.
I like this era because this era is the freest, like for funny people, and funny people empower other funny people now.
Fact, yeah,
it
that's
used
true.
to be like you have to go to a non-funny person and get to get exposure or platform.
Yeah.
Now funny people are going to each other and going, hey, I think you're funny. Come on my thing. Hey, I think you're funny. Come on my thing.
Right.
And it's like people who are funny are empowering other people.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, and it never used to be that. Well, New York has finally caught up. You guys for a long time were like fucking battling each other for no reason.
Brutal. Yeah.
Stupid. It was all
Even
stupid.
still, last night I go to the cellar. It always still feels a little bit like it's you versus me versus them versus
It's
them.
stupid.
real
But-
stupid.
But there's
Why
certain-
is it like that there?
I'm telling
Because
you-
I think it's conquer divide. I think LA, part of the ethos in LA has always been like, hey man, it's a little more laid back and
Yeah.
like, and here New York's just that cutthroat kind of ethos.
But there's no, but don't you realize after all this time that that
Corporate.
it doesn't make sense?
Now-
there's so much more cake than
Well,
people realize.
well,
It's
you'll
like
still-
everyone's gonna eat.
You'll still find comedians to this day be like, oh yeah, you'll say something like, oh, LA comics, like they're crushing the game. I mean, those guys are selling by far the most tickets. If it's between LA and New York, LA, not even close. They sell so many more tickets than bigger comedians. And like, yeah, but they're not funny. It's like, are you still doing that?
Yeah.
What do you mean they're not funny?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, how would they be selling
Is
tickets if
Segura
they're
not
funny?
a funny guy? I don't
yeah,
like. What am I?
one of the best.
What am I missing here? When people say that, I'm always like, what am I missing that you don't think? Who do you think is not funny?
That's what I'm saying. I can't think of one person who's like started as a stand-up, who's like one of us, I guess, that has a huge podcast that actually isn't funny on stage. They're all funny.
I don't know anybody that isn't funny. The only people that aren't funny don't sell tickets, but that if you're selling tickets in our scene, a pretty good fucking chance you're funny. I just feel like that's an old adage of this weird, like, you have to be classed up, but LA doesn't do that anymore. LA kind of just is like, if you're funny, you're funny. It'll figure itself out. And out here, again, like at the cellar, I show up, I see a couple guys that I'm familiar with, and say hi to people I haven't seen in a long time. And there's this table and that table and that table. But you could see how people are kind of divisive over where they sit.
Well, that's
Sure,
because
which is
the-
Very
ridiculous.
weird. That's very weird.
it's the
We don't
top.
do that at all.
It's from the top down. It's like it's like the Marines down there or something. They break you down, break down your confidence and then build it back up. And like they make you feel like you working there is like an achievement where that's a far gone era. That era, like if you're there, you're probably not doing that good because you're there. You know what I mean?
Is that what it's like?
Well, if you're there, I mean,
If you're there every night,
if you're there every single
not
night,
doing great.
It's like a good sign if like you're coming in like it's almost like now if somebody there, because I love and respect that club, and it's a lot of stage opportunity and on the weekends if you get booked, if you can do like 6 shows Friday, 6 Saturday, like you make about the same money in your pocket that you would make on like a normal weekend after you pay out managers, agents, and taxes and all that shit. So it's okay, but anytime I come back and one of the staff is like, "Oh, where have you been?" That I feel good about that because I'm like, "Oh, I've been working." A lot.
Then they know
because,
you're on the
because
road.
the ones that they don't say, because if they start saying, "Oh, I see you every day," it's like I'm not working. I'm not.
Right.
I mean, it's good. Like if I've said, you know what, I want to take a month. I just want to be in New York. I'll go in and out of the cellar, of course, or the stand, of course. But it's like if that's all you got is the cellar, that's a problem.
That's a big issue.
But what
Or any club,
But
or
to
any club,
Giannis's
yeah.
point, to any club. But there's this thing in comedy, like, and I think it does come from the older guys where they think it's a good thing to be at the cellar all the time, and it's like you don't understand that it's not.
Right, there
I'm
was
not shitting on the club, but it's just they are using us. Right, to sell tickets for them and all that, where we want to be in a position where, not that we use them, but it's like, Dave Chappelle just drops in. Chris Rock just drops in. These people just drop in, which is great. That's what you want to be. You want to just drop in. You don't want to be like, I'm here every fucking night or else I have nothing.
Yeah, that's a little scary.
You don't want that. But a
There's
lot
guy
of
listening
comedians are
right now
blind
that's
to that.
thinking about that.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, fuck.
They're
man,
blind. They'll sit and commiserate about, oh, can you believe so and so got passed at the Comedy Cellar? It's like, who cares who got in?
Right,
also-
that's
cares?
that's the old way of like, can you believe that XYZ is doing the thing? That's an old New York thing
cares?
holds on to.
And
LA
it's al-
doesn't give a fuck.
It's also this thing like they take themselves so seriously, and they don't realize that they're just employees.
Yeah.
They're going like, look at that guy over there, selling out. Yeah, but look at the bullshit he's doing. It's like I'm over here working for $75. And that guy who's making $400 million, because he fucking moves around a lot when he talks.
Right.
He doesn't lean up against the wall and act like he's too cool for school.
Right.
He's shit. And you're going,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you talking about,
You start-
guy?
I don't know
You're not even making as much money as the wait staff here tonight.
Yeah, it
No,
really.
they're killing
You
it, by
think,
the way.
you think
Oh,
they're
they
gonna
make way more money
You
than
think
all
they're
of us.
gonna hang your stand up in the MoMA? What are you talking about? This isn't a fucking art. We're
clowns.
We're clowns.
We're clowns.
Kid. What are you
Yeah,
fucking
Dan
talking
Soder
about?
has a great bit on his HBO special. I saw it live where he was like, yeah, any of my peers that call themselves artists, he's like, I unfollow all of them. He's like, we perform in places that were originally designed for laser tag.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious. And he's so right.
That's
I was
so
like, that
good.
bit was epic. I hope it makes like the trailer.
Because it's real.
He's
such
real.
a fact.
Soder's
Look,
fucking real guy.
We have to have fun, and you have to want to like try to say something on stage sometimes, whether it's actually like something you believe or just something that you think is fun to talk about.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's all we're fucking. Somebody goes, I don't want to misquote whatever it was, but whoever comic it was, but they go, yeah, I mean, I got sick of seeing my heroes in New York take like 2 buses and a train to get somewhere, like people that I admired. And they go, and Rogan's taking spaceships to get to his
Yeah,
gig. He's like,
that sounds like something Tim Dillon would say.
yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Probably was Tim.
I don't want to quote anything Tim Dillon is fucking saying.
I know, right? No, Tim Dillon.
No, but it's
He's
true.
true.
It's
He's like, yeah,
did
the
you get
comedians-
it? Did you get into this business to not make a lot of money and just kind of sit
or to not make any money.
Yeah.
It's the goal is never to be like, I'm going to be the richest comedian I can. That's the goal. First of all, that's an insane statement. The goal is really, I want to make a good career and a living being a comedian. It's not like, oh, what do you just want to get rich? Like, oh, I just want to make a great live. You know how like people that work regular jobs want to make a fucking great living? That's why they keep taking new jobs and moving up at a company.
Yeah.
It's the exact same fucking
It's the
thing.
same thing.
Nobody wants to be a secretary their whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to secretaries out there. You're doing a great job.
Absolutely.
But nobody wants to do one job their whole life. That's exactly what some comics think is acceptable. Is like, once you get the job, they're like, well, that's it. I'm going to coast. That's why the old era of guys were doing the same fucking hour for 12, 15, 20 years. That it's finally gone. That you're like,
Yeah,
you
you
can't,
can't do
dude.
that.
Nobody
Do that
gives a
anymore.
fuck about that.
You can't do that.
You didn't write a masterpiece.
Right,
you
right.
didn't write some
Yeah, it's
beautiful
like-
thing.
And I don't understand the looking down on someone who has like an entrepreneurial spirit, like who wants to be
Very
the
weird.
boss. You're
It's a
like,
very weird
like,
thing.
you should admire that in
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
they-
people like Schultz is fucking.
Schultz is an
Yeah,
entrepreneur, man.
Yeah, he is.
I mean,
Yeah.
entrepreneurship is like that takes the most balls and individuality. So why wouldn't you extol that? Why are you cutting that down? Because somebody's giving you approval and you're working. Don't you see that you have Stockholm syndrome?
yeah,
You're a
they love being
fucking
trapped.
employee, guy.
What are you tickling?
You're
What?
What are you tickling?
I got
You scratch your balls a lot.
I move them around a lot. I have big balls that get stuck to my thighs.
Do you have big balls? I got to tell you,
I don't know if I got big balls or a small piece. I've said before, my limp penis does look like a mini pumpkin.
Yeah,
with the
it's a little
balls and
baby.
stick.
And our dads have small dicks.
That's what it looks like.
Really. Both
Yeah,
of your
we
dads are
talked
small.
about
My
our
dad
fathers
had
have
my
very
late-
small
I have
dicks.
a nice stick. It's probably your dick was probably similar size to mine.
Yeah.
But my balls are not big, and I always got worried about my balls not being.
Wait,
big.
you got a nice
I
cut
got a
of
nice.
beef?
I got a nice stick, but the pucks are not that big.
Yeah.
The stick is nice. The pucks are not. And I've seen my friends' pucks, and they're nicer than mine. And I get a little jealous of people that have nice balls.
So what's your thing that you don't have? Because you're a handsome kid, you're a funny kid, you got a nice cut of beef.
Got a nice career.
It's got a nice
You know
career.
what Andrew's great at?
The universe is balanced. So you may have a weird
Andrew's
foot.
great
You have
at-
6 toes. What is it?
Andrew's good
I
at-
have red hair. I mean, that's kind of a
true.
kind of a down. That's kind of a down.
But it kind of makes you stand out. It kind of looks good.
Yeah,
You look-
He's good because he's
unique.
got the foot in the old world and the new world. He still gets on TV shows and does that, but then he's huge he sells the tickets from this podcast.
Yeah.
I still
he's
like
got
to
the
do a
perfect
little.
balance.
I still like to do a little TV, even though I know TV hurts my feelings. Every time I do it, I get sad when I see what I did.
yeah.
Right.
I don't watch what I do
And you don't
anymore.
put stock into it. You don't. All your energy is into the podcast and the new age shit. You do the other stuff. If it comes, it comes. But you don't give much energy to it. That's how I am.
I don't like it anymore because it lets me down. Honestly, I've said that to somebody. Every time I do something now, I'm like, oh, go in with a good attitude, and I still have a good time. And at the end of the day, I see it or I see the product, and it just bums me out because I'm like, I had zero control. You guys get to cackle your way out of anything. Do you know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Well,
I
you
can't
do it
go,
on your podcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But on that medium, I can't anymore. So I just got tired. I'm still going to do it when I feel like it's going to be something good. If it looks good, doesn't mean it's going to be good. That's the problem. People are always like, why would they do that? And it's like 99% of the time you have no idea.
Yeah.
Right.
You hope it's good. It seems like a good fucking idea, you know, but unless you're fucking Sebastian doing The Irishman, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Scorsese,
it's
for
going to
sure.
be fucking great.
Yeah.
But 99.9% of everything else that anybody does is going to be like, I don't know if I can
Yeah, we'll see. It could be something, yeah.
And once as a
Try.
comedian, you get a taste of like being able to be successful, doing your own thing, having complete control, and having a ball with your friends.
Yeah.
It's hard to go back to the other thing and just sit in a trailer and be like, whatever you want me to do.
Yeah,
You're going like, this sucks.
Seinfeld said it the best when he did that American Comedian Award, and he's like, actors are bullshit. He's like, they just play dress up and say what people told them to say.
Yeah.
It's actors hate to hear this kind of shit coming from us because they're like, fuck you, you know, we study our whole life. I get it. I'm just saying, from our perspective, that's what it is. We get to be creative and have fun.
Yeah.
They have to like be on somebody else's clock all the time.
Yeah.
And it's super
Yeah,
hard.
I always thought that too about like even like when any times, the small times I did act with like known actors and stuff, they would like walk around like so like big and mighty, and I'm like, you make believe you're someone else. Like that's what my daughter does.
Yeah.
Like you're the same as my daughter.
Yeah.
You're just playing.
We're play
pretend,
people.
and people have to tell you to fucking reel it in.
Right.
Yeah.
Why do they get so much regard though? It is really weird. Like somebody,
society.
they get this weird. Yeah, but but our people, like entertainers, they used to be the turd trash of society.
Yeah, we
were.
talked about
the
that.
turds of society.
Especially
And
Carlin.
they're the lowest of the low.
They're becoming again, which I like.
Yeah,
every
I
time,
love
like,
it.
every time, like a bagel boss guy gets famous. Or,
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
They are totally rendering celebrity meaningless.
Yes.
which I like.
Me too.
like it too.
It is very funny.
It's good. Yeah.
By the way, Bagel Boss, hilarious.
Yeah,
That
that-
stroke guy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What happened?
He had a stroke outside the van he lives in. Dead story.
Shut up.
True story. I meant to say.
He had a
Dead serious.
stroke.
Yeah.
He's not dead though.
No, but he's like he was
He's
living
still
outside.
making bagels.
He was living in the van outside the Bagel Boss where he's. It's brutal.
Jesus.
How is that?
Actually,
How is
brutal
that real?
life.
What happened?
What do you remember the video where he was a tiny little guy and he went to attack the?
I know, but he's living in a van. Though?
Outside the Bagel Boss, yeah, he got money. Like he's just squandered every opportunity he had. I mean, he got signed to like a real agency. Like I don't want to say. I actually don't know which one.
He was
It
supposed to-
like a CAA, UTA. Big
Wow.
one.
Yeah,
Like
he was
somebody was his agent,
He was supposed to fight Lenny Dykstra and then he didn't show up.
and that was all part of the thing. So
Huh?
he,
Yeah.
everybody paid tickets, was there. Lenny
And he
Dykstra
didn't
was there,
show up.
and then he makes a video on his Instagram. It's like, ha ha, fuck, fooled everybody. Gonna get the money, and they were like, no, stupid. We have a clause here. If you don't show up and
gotta
you
do
do
it.
something, you get no money, and he got sued.
Yeah.
So it's like he is an idiot.
So he's dead.
He's almost dead.
He's inches away from dying.
stroke, yeah.
Should we support him? Guys, donate to the Patreon. All the money this week is going to go right to Bagel Boss.
Patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys.
It was
And
funny. It was actually there was a point where Bagel Boss reached out to him and said, "You can't call yourself the Bagel Boss guy anymore." So,
Really?
Yeah, he changed his name to like the Bagel Guy.
Bagel
'Cause
Boy.
Bagel Boss was going like, "Stop, dude! Like you're."
Did they get more business because of that, though?
I
I
don't
would
know.
assume people would go out there and watch it.
I
Like
mean, it's a bagel
freak
store
show.
on Long Island. People are going to go no matter
God,
what.
did you have a hard out at 12:15? It's 12:20.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Come on,
so-
dude.
I got to go clean out my dad's apartment. It's not for like I'm not leaving you guys for like Amy Schumer's podcast.
Why are you cleaning out your dad's apartment?
He
I
passed
killed
away.
him.
I know, but
Yeah.
I know he passed away, but why don't you just get somebody else to do that shit?
Yeah.
Do you wanna do it?
available? Mexicans, you mean?
Wait,
Is that
you're
what doing?
personally, physically cleaning it
No,
out?
not me, but I got to be there for the junk removal guys and
Oh, okay, I
Yeah,
was going to say,
yeah.
you don't need my help then.
I could always use your help, Beefcake.
Wow.
Yeah, cuz we got a couple hours to kill anyway.
Yeah, I was going to
Come with me.
I was in job. That's what I like. She has nothing to do with entertainment at all.
Yeah.
She doesn't care about it at all.
Does she
She's the
listen-
first
does she
girl I've
listen?
actually liked. Yeah.
She listens and she loves you.
She's the first girl I've actually liked, like for real.
Right.
You know, like I'm just like, oh, I like this
That's
girl.
really sweet.
Like we like have a sleepover, like maybe have sex, maybe don't. Like it's not all about like come over, blow me. Like I don't know. She's
This is the first
funny.
girl you have a real human connection.
Yeah,
with.
like on
Yeah.
text and stuff. I'm like, this girl's like 10 out of 10 funny. She was telling me a story. She was like that she just went to her grandpa's funeral and he fought in World War II.
Mm.
He's like 98 years old. And she was like, that's a fucking like man. They had like a service and all that stuff. And she's
Yeah.
like, guys now, she's like, if you didn't fight for your country, like I'm out. She's like, if you don't lose a limb, you're fucking gay. And I'm like, I was like, it's funny.
Does she know about you?
Yeah, well, so I was like, I didn't fight in a war, and she was like, I like gay guys, you know, like,
Yeah,
it's like, great, like she just always has the next joke.
My
So
dad-
I like her.
My dad was in the war, and that military honors funeral, like that gave me goosebumps.
That was great.
It almost made like I recorded it, which was a little weird, but I was like, I want to remember this forever.
No, dude,
because
you-
they play taps and like the
Yeah.
Marine comes and they fold the flag.
Do they shoot? Right?
They didn't shoot.
No, they don't shoot. I like when they shoot.
Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
been dope if they shot.
And they fold the flag and they put it
Shoot
on the
one right into the
casket.
casket.
fold it
make
real.
sure.
No, they take it off the casket, they fold it real neat, and then they handed it to my brother. and they said the president of the United States, the country, you know, thanks you for your sacrifice and service.
Wow.
My brother just started bawling. As
Do you think
received the
that? Do you
flag.
think that they would have handed it to your brother, the U.S. military, if they knew he was gay?
It depends.
Because they should have handed it to the.
It depends
to a
on who's
straight
in
guy.
office. If
Yeah, it
Obama was
depends
in
on-
office, they would have handed it to him.
Yeah, but
I think this guy made a mistake because it's Trump's America
Yeah.
and he handed him the flag. He should have handed it to me.
yeah, yeah,
When your brother got the flag, it didn't set on fire the moment he touched it.
yeah,
Didn't, which was weird.
That is very strange.
Yeah,
weird,
I was
yeah.
going, wait, what?
yeah.
He put wax on his hands. but didn't-
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
to protect himself.
That's what it is. Yeah, he's got gay wax.
All right, go clean out your father's
right.
place. I
Yeah,
understand.
let's see what this guy's saying.
What is he saying?
Let's see.
Oh, is it a voicemail?
This is James calling from 1-800-GOT-JUMP. Just calling to confirm my appointment today.
Yeah, this is the guy who's I'm going to be working with.
He's a Leroy.
James. Definitely Leroy. That's a black kid. All right, we got to go meet James.
James sounds like a good guy.
Yeah.
What's up, babe? How you doing? Look at these fucking lips.
Do you want a piece of art? You want a piece of my dad's art?
Yeah, I do. Can I get a piece of your dad's art?
Yeah, I'll send you a video.
Okay.
And he's got a lot of art. Some of them are cool. My dad died. He was 91 though, not a tragedy.
That video's gonna end on my dad died.
Yeah.
My dad died.
What? You got anything to plug, promote? What do you want to-
What am I got?
you got 10,000 downloads,
I got 10,000.
but they're loyal.
I got loyals. What do I?
No,
got?
he said
When
we get.
Oh, you guys get way more than 10.
I think we.
No,
yeah.
no.
Shush. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
He's
I bet you
teaching
do.
you the
Oh,
way.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
teaching
yes,
the ways
you
of
do.
Los Angeles.
Come on,
now.
baby.
Yeah,
You got a lot.
Yeah, we got more than 10,000 downloads, and I'm straight.
But hey, listen, for real, the Gramercy sellout, that video, that was wonderful to watch.
No,
you guys.
appreciate it, man.
You know, and shout out to everybody that came out to that.
Shout
That's
out
so
to
cool.
everybody that came out.
That
No, it
is
was
so
beautiful.
fucking cool to watch people supporting
Yeah.
because literally the only reason why I think I still want to do podcasts at all is because I like to have fun and have people come out and see.
Yeah, and
us
that
having
show
a
was
good
at
time.
midnight, which was dope.
And they still fucking made it
Still
out.
came out lying around the block at midnight, which is beautiful.
Yeah,
With so
New
loyal.
York.
New York.
In LA, they wouldn't happen. If you
No.
midnight show, they're like, I gotta be in bed.
Doesn't matter who's performing.
My
at
au
midnight.
pair's is at the house. I
Yeah,
gotta make
Jesus
sure.
could have been performing at midnight.
Yeah, is he performing at midnight? By the way,
He's back.
Anywhere?
My mother said he's coming back. My mother said he's not back yet, but he's on his way. My mother and Jesus are very close.
Yeah.
And her and G's.
Jesus is my
We
mother's
call him
Jesus'
G's.
auntie.
G's. Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's
What
her
do I,
auntie.
no, I got nothing. The end of the year is a couple of dates in California, but then all of 2020, I'm doing a small theater tour. So
Yeah.
if you're anywhere, go to andrewsantino.com and see if you're anywhere across this major metro United States, Seattle, Portland, all these cities. I'm
Any New York City
I'm not
area?
doing New York, and people are always like, "Why don't you do New York?"
Why do you want to do New York?
I don't do New York the same way I don't do LA. Really, LA is like that's where I work out, and New York has such like this. I don't want to do New
You'll
York.
sell tickets big time.
I don't want
guy.
to do New York until I can do New York. Do you know what
Like
I
you
mean?
want to do like town hall or something.
I want to do a nice theater here if I like.
You don't wanna
It
do a
doesn't have to be
comedy
a
club.
big, a little
Do the
baby theater.
Gramercy.
I know I would do the Gramercy.
Yeah.
You do like 2-3 shows at the Gramercy.
Same thing with like Boston and stuff. Like I'm waiting on Boston.
To the Wilbur.
Yeah, I want to wait a little bit. Like I want to do it when I get enough people to come out.
What are you doing in Seattle and Portland? Neptune, Aladdin Theater?
Neptune and Aladdin.
That's what I'm doing.
Boom,
but,
boom.
but you could sell the thing. I'm a little nervous.
You're gonna sell it, baby.
All right, thank you.
You're gonna sell it.
Well, yeah. Put
People
me on
need to go see you.
Yeah, if you give me a couple of retweets, guy.
I'll retweet you. You're one of the you are, and I'm talking to Yannis, one of the funniest people I know.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah. All right,
Check
guys.
out your podcast too. You gotta
Check out Whiskey Ginger, the
Yeah.
podcast. Go log into that. See Chrissy D's when you come out to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Come out and come sit with me. I would love to.
He
have
does
you.
a great podcast.
Honestly, it'd be so much fucking fun.
Yeah, this
Absolutely.
was fucking.
Are you
way
sober?
fun.
Are you sober? Or do you have a drink?
I'm sober. Well, I'm a social drinker, but I'm not.
He's
yeah.
been pounding a lot of beers as of late.
Yeah,
well,
but,
because Papa's gone.
yeah,
Yeah, everyone's
Yeah.
been dropping dead in his family.
yeah.
It turned it on a little bit.
yeah.
But I find that a high majority of my fans now.
Are you sober?
No, I'm not. But that's the thing is like I always have a glass on the show. The whole show is like to have a glass and talk about your past.
You got good skin like you're sober though.
No, this kid's
You
put
got
together.
moisturize,
moisturize.
Yeah,
He's healthy
moisturize.
too. When he takes his shirt off, he's got a nice bod.
Yeah.
I try to work out and do all the right things, but I do like to have a little bit of.
Did
the
you work
sauce.
out
When
today?
did you see without a
I'm gonna
shirt
work
on?
out after this.
Huh?
When did you see without a shirt on? Or
I
is that
sleep
just
over.
what you were imagining?
I sleep over.
Oh,
No,
okay.
we slept.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We share one. I only got one sleeping bag, on
Yeah.
purpose.
I only sleep over when his wife's out of town.
That's right. Yeah.
yeah. We say out of town. I put her up in a Marriott right down the street.
That's right.
What it is.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Listen.
You're his Kumar?
I'm his Gumar. I'm Santino's Gumar.
You're my guma.
ChristyComedy.com, YannisPappasComedy.com, HistoryHyenas.com. You know what it is. We got dates coming up everywhere. All right. I'm going to go take my Pervitin.